back to Chin Chow Podcast with me here, Farah, today with my partner, Gopika. So, we're gonna talk about something important today. Without further ado, let's get into the topic.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Good morning. I hope this day is treating all of you well. So, hey Farah, how have you been?
Hi Gopi, I'm great. So, it's a very great day actually to start to talk about important topics.
It is. So our topic for today would be gender inequality on women, which is a social construct.
And now with us, our guest speaker for today, Akif.
Everyone, please welcome him. He's actually new.
Hi.
Say hi, Akif.
Hi everyone. Thank you for having me.
Alright. Gender inequality is a discrimination on the basis of sex or gender, causing one sex or gender to be routinely privileged or prioritized over the other.
Yes. So gender equality is a fundamental human right, and that right is being violated by gender-based discrimination. And gender disparity actually starts from childhood itself. So, and we are right now limiting the lifelong potential of children around the world disproportionately, affecting girls. It's not only about that. Recently, did you guys hear the news on the overturning of Roe versus Wade in America?
I do.
That was actually one of the a huge crime against women's rights actually. And after 50 years they actually overturned Roe versus Wade, and now all the women over there, they don't have enough rights to even live their life. So
that's a very well definition from you. So gender inequality is often stem from social structures that has conceptions of gender differences. People, for example, media advertisement display young girls with easy bake ovens promoting being a housewife, as well as like with dolls that they can feed and change a diaper of, promoting being a mother.
Yeah, exactly. Like we are being conditioned to be this nurturing, caring person since we are young, since childhood itself. So it is as though women are not able to do anything else rather than the designated nature of what women are and what women are supposed to be, which is being nurturing, caring, being at home, being a mother, and being a wife, and taking care of the children. So, and that is being instilled since since we are a child.
Yeah.
So that is actually something that we should be looking into very much. So, okay, can you talk about like a few gender inequalities and what it stems from?
Like cultural stereotypes are ingrained in both men and women, and these stereotypes are a possible explanation of gender inequality and the resulting gender wage disparity. Women have traditionally been viewed as being caring and nurturing, and are designated to occupations which require such skills. While these skills are culturally valued, they were typically associated with domesticity. So occupations requiring the same skills are not economically valued.
Right.
Men have traditionally been viewed as the breadwinner of the worker. So jobs held by men have been historically, economically as well, valued, and occupations predominated by men continue to be economically valued and earn higher wages.
This gender disparity, this kind of gender discrimination, it is not only being instilled since we are childhood, but it is also like being instilled even when we are entering into the work field, right? And no matter what, it is seen like we are incompetent, even though the competency over there is there, right?
Because we are just a woman.
Yeah,
right?
and our designated character is what? To be nurturing, caring, to be soft, and to be to just listen and to not talk back. And the changes that this brings, right? I don't think people still actually accept these changes in especially the work field itself.
So gender inequality can further be understood through the sexism mechanism of sexism by the opposite gender itself. So discrimination takes place in this manner as men and women are subject to prejudicial treatment on the basis of the gender alone. Like, for example, men typically occupy positions more power, like the CEO. Yeah, due to like taste and or preferences for like from like other men.
Okay, in like the work field, right? So even when they have a position available, so they automatically recommend a friend of theirs, which is not necessarily is a woman. You get what we are trying to say? Because like this has happened, and this has happened because I'm in the work field right now, and so it actually happens quite a lot.
Right,
Yeah.
I think that's right, but I just want to listen from Akif's perspective as well. Like, what
do you
did
think about that?
about that as a man yourself?
That happened.
Yeah.
In general of
Yeah.
General.
gender.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not siding with anyone, but I do have to agree. I do have to agree that men are dominating. Whatever you say in the working industry, perhaps the parliament, like, politics-wise, men. In terms of the ratio between, we look at the parliament, the leaders, the MPs, less than 20% are women. Most of it are 80%. Which this comes to a conclusion that I would say a bit unfair, a bit biased, yes. Because women are humans as well. Men are humans. Because when we are born to lead, we are born to conquer, we are born to... The fact that women are the foundation of humans, actually, believe it or not. Like, if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be able to grow up. If it wasn't for our mother, we wouldn't be grow up.
Right.
So for both gender between men and women, should be fairly treated fairly, I would say. Men can do whatever they want, women can do whatever they want. But in terms of the reality right now, men are dominating. But it's not a weakness, it's actually an opportunity for women to step up as well.
Yeah, sure.
Men can fight, women as well should fight.
That's a really great insight
Yeah,
from you. Yeah,
yeah.
I really love this conversation right now. So to sum it up, social structure, cultural stereotypes, and ingrained sexism are a few reasons why and where gender inequality form, right? So I think this is because of the lack of education as well and awareness of this issue, like current issue that is really like happening in our world right now.
So, in your opinion, do you think the pandemic made the gender inequality worse or better? Okay, anything from you?
Well, before the pandemic, I would say the world was on track actually to reach gender parity in around 100 years. The pandemic added more than 35 years. The economic effects are a big reason why globally, women occupy more informal, low-paying jobs, which were hit hard by the pandemic. It's a true fact. Women occupy more nursing jobs, which come with higher risks. Women also continue to bear most of the world's unpaid labor, which increased as schools and childcare centers locked down. Gender-based violence also increased.
I agree, yeah. So the domestic violence and abuse that has actually happened during the 2 years' time is actually beyond shocking. So a quick fun fact that I would like to say in here is that the USA has a term called pink tax.
What is this? This is like my first, pink
Yeah.
tax. My first ever time hearing that. Can you
Yeah.
explain more about it?
Yeah, definitely. So, pink tax is actually a term which is aimed only towards women, especially women's clothing, accessories, apparels, and even toys, even for the girls' toys and all those things. So, there's such thing called as pink tax that is being added. So, it is actually 7% more tax than the average tax that is being given for the basic necessities.
So basically, we need to pay both of the taxes, right?
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
like an added tax
Yes,
to
an
the
added
tax.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
women, we don't have pockets, right? In most of our clothing. We women, for an example, we need bags. So we need bags, but we don't have pockets. So for that bag, there will be an extra 7% actually added on top of the average tax that is being added.
Right. That was a very horrible way to gain money. Like from my opinion, especially like for women. Like imagine if a single mother is working like 9 hours per day and having daughters, like 3 daughters, and needing to pay bills,
Yeah.
buy baby products, dresses. It will cost like more for a woman who has a baby girl than a woman who has a baby boy.
Exactly.
Like she will be spending 14% more
More.
than the average people.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anything that you would like to say on
I would say one thing, it's a bit discriminating.
Yeah, it's not a
No,
bit.
okay, yeah, sure.
Yes, no.
I have never paid for anything, tax,
Right.
so not. I think there's a reason behind it, but yes, in general, it's not. It sounds discriminating.
Yeah. Women are still the inferior species, like according to the people, and it shows that in the economical structure itself, which is supposed to be fair to all, yet discrimination still exists till this day.
Yeah. That's actually quite an insight that we have to like look into more. So can you like explain further on the effects of gender inequality, like a simple explanation on the effects of it?
Yeah, sure, sure. Gopal. The first effect would be bias treatment in the workforce. Women are not able to move up to higher paid positions as quickly as men. Again, a true fact. Example in STEM fields, men strive better and quicker than women.
Yes, the information from a study done on February 22 also states that only 20 to 25% of women account in the STEM field, and being the minority in that field has led to lesser paying salary than men in the same field in the same position.
Exactly. So we will also be affected mentally, psychologically, and emotionally. I dare to even say that this will somehow it will snowball into women having like depression because of the work field that they are in. You get what I mean?
Right. I totally agree with you. Well said from you, Gopika and Akif. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Even though we have only like covered half of the topics, the tip of the gender inequality in women, this was an interesting topic. Yeah, to talk about, right?
Yeah, it was very much interesting and grateful insights from Akif
Yeah.
himself and also his opinions. So thank you very much for joining Akif, and thank you all.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Done.